Amrish. Welcome to my show. Our guest today retired at 42.
Money is everything till you have enough. I reached a point where I understood and realized that I do not have a career.
What were the sacrifices you gave?
Paycheck was coming at the cost of 12 plus hours of my active time. You have to take a very hard look at your lifestyle and see how much money you need to continue that lifestyle. And
So welcome to One Simple Talk. Today we are going to talk about something many of us dream of. Few actually do, that is retiring early. Our guest today retired at 42, now 55, living life of on his own term, traveling the world and exploring the new passion. We'll find out how he made it happen. Amrish, welcome to my show. Amrish, welcome to One Simple Talk. And definitely, this is everyone's mind. How did you retire at 42? I know that you retired at the age of 42. And so, what made you decide at 42 that, okay, I'm done and I'm retiring?
uh, Namaste, Shalom, Aloha. Thank you, Arun, for giving this opportunity to come on your show and share my experience with all your audience. Hello, everyone. I reached a point where I understood and realized that I do not have a career but a job. I was not growing at the pace at which I wanted to or would have liked to. So once it became clear to me that this is a job that is giving me a paycheck and I need to have a life outside of the job, I explored my world and found that there are so many other things I can do and would like to do with my time and not come to this corporate office 9 to 5 plus my commute time. That's what made me thinking, and I looked at the finances. What will it take me? If this is just a paycheck, can I live without that paycheck? Do I need it all the time? And I did my math, did my numbers, reached a conclusion that at X moment, I will be able to not chase the paycheck anymore. And that's what it was.
But okay, what were the sacrifices you gave? So, did you give up something or it was just normal?
The sacrifice, first of all, was that that paycheck was coming at the cost of 12 plus hours of my active time, plus any other aggravation, if any, it was bringing to me. And the sacrifices that I have to do or had to do to say goodbye to that paycheck was that you have to take a very hard look at your lifestyle and see how much money you need to continue that lifestyle and if there is any change required for that. In my case, we did not have to make any changes to my lifestyle. That stopping of that paycheck did not interrupt anything in my life.
But if you see on the internet, they say if you want to retire early, then you have to give up something, don't buy this, don't buy that. You live very a mediocre life, a very low life, whatever you're capable of. So did you do those kind of sacrifice or it was nothing like that? Or did you just plan it well such a way that you can retire? Because 42 is very early. People think oh 55, 60, 62. So that's why if I have to retire at 42, but I'm past 42, so now I need to look and maybe I'll learn something from you on today's podcast. So that's what I was looking at. Did you made any sacrifices, those kind of sacrifices, or it was not like that?
People who typically retire at in the typical age 60, 55, or 65, or even beyond that, I believe almost all of them, they never stop and ponder over the question of why they are doing their job. Is it a job? Is it a career? Is it just a paycheck? I believe most of them never even stop and ask that question to themselves that do they have a life that could be different? That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is that, and this is my personal experience, many people I talk about money with, almost all of them, they respond to the question, when I ask the question, how much money do you need? The answer always comes in English. Enough, a lot, those kind of things. And I try to educate people that when it comes to money, English is not the language, math is the language to talk. Money need to be discussed numerically. $200, $2 million, $20 million. Talk numbers. Once you will remove that mystery around money, it will become easy. Just break it down to numbers. After that, it's just dollars and cents. You take a hard look at how much does your monthly household cost today. Each and every number is crystal clear and available to us. We have ample data. This is my mortgage. This is my home insurance. This is what I pay to get my lawn mowed, to get the snow cleaned. This is what my babysitter costs or my household help cost, groceries, medical expenses, and everything. If there is any information that you feel is not available because you are trying to look into future, trust the data that is available out there. You can do yourself a big favor by accepting the fact, which I did. I finally said one day, I am a common man. I am not an exception. So, whatever happens to the majority of people, very, very high probability will happen to me. So, just trust that data. And no, there are no sacrifices involved in that. So you were the IT professional, you are the CPA, so does your CPA thing really help in retired people like me who have no clue about those finances, the insights what you have as you were CPA? So did that help also, or do I need to learn more about that stuff, or just any common person can do it? Uh, Arun, I never did CPA. Okay. Maybe I might have given the impression that I know enough about taxes and other finances to rival a CPA, but I never really went that route. But I did indeed on a dare uh, did all the three levels of chartered financial analyst CFA, and I do have that credential, which I'm very proud of. One of my proud achievements, I will say. Uh, no, you don't need any formal education or experience, just common sense, being able to sit, open Excel, and put in all the numbers of how much money you spend on a day to day basis, and coming to a conclusion of this is what I need on a month to month basis. Add to that your travel budget, your vacation budget, and your projected medical expenses, which again is not a mystery. Those numbers are available easily within the data that you already have from your life experiences as well as online. And that will give you the number that this is what annually you need to have as an income. And from there, you can move forward that, okay, how much of a corpus and asset base you need that you can invest in a well diversified manner to generate that level of income. Okay, we'll come back to that point, but now you are at 55. I see you travel a lot. So now is this life, this is what you're looking for? Is this something different what you imagine, or this is what exactly you are looking for? So how is your life? Are you still uh, think that you are, I'm just retired, or you are living a different life now? Maybe I'll use this opportunity to define retirement first. Uh, People, when they think of retiring, they think of stopping work. A lot of people I have met, they ask me that question. So, what do you do whole day now? Retiring is not quitting life. Retiring is not stopping to work. Retirement means doing what you want to do, what you like to do, and not what you need to do. I don't need to work for money anymore. I may continue to do the same thing. I may continue to go to the same office and do the same C or Java coding. But then I'm doing it because I like doing it, because that is a passion that gives me a joy. So retirement for the most part is a switch in your head that you turn, that I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because I need to do it. There are ample things that I do on a day to day basis. Enough of them I do to earn money, to generate money, but I do them because I like doing it, not because I need to do it. So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect is the traveling part. So, in my prior life, I will call it, I did enough reading and research, and I came across this lifestyle of being a nomad, or there's a technical term called slow nomad. Thankfully, my wife also bought that idea and she agreed to try it for a few years. We sold our primary home, donated, gifted, sold most of our belongings, took a small subset of it, moved into a small two-bedroom rental apartment. We stay in a rental for some time in a place. We pack up everything, put it in storage, take our two bags, and we go traveling. And there is Airbnb and service apartments globally, worldwide, you can find. And that's what we are doing for the last 2 years now. I see myself continuing that lifestyle for a few more years till our kids are in college or in the early stages of their lives. Once they start settling down, we will find the next rhythm of our life. So, so far the life is going on the trajectory I visioned and planned. Financially, things are turning out even better than what I thought, and I have to now start thinking of money from a different angle, not from the angle of do I have enough, but from the angle of what do I do with it.
So, is your house selling the big house that also helped in retirement, like kind of getting more money out of it, or did you plan any investment or something? Or all those things really helped, or still you planned it pretty well?
If your question is, did I add the value of my house in my total net assets and was it part of my calculation? I will say definitely yes. That is, that should be for everyone, but one also need to be realistic about it, that you cannot sell your house, put that money in the stock market as an investment, and then start living in a smaller house, because that will be a compromise that may not be acceptable to you. You have to see what kind of lifestyle you want to have, and then do your financial projections, calculations based upon that. If this is the house that your kids were born and grew up, and you are like emotionally attached to it, and geographically you have no plan of relocating, I see no reason for you to sell this house. Just because it may seem too big today because your kids have gone to college or in some other state for initial employment, that is not enough reason to sell this house. In fact, that is even more of a reason to keep it, because that becomes a pillar to keep you and your family together, to keep you grounded. That's one way to look at it. And as far as finances are concerned, uh, from those all angles, I will say don't calculate your primary residence in your financial calculations for your retirement income, but do keep that in mind somewhere in your projections for the later part of your life, that you are leaving a very big inheritance behind. So it is not a bad idea to think of monetizing it one way or the other.
Okay. So, would you do it again? Let's say now you go
In a
back.
heartbeat, I will not change anything.
Okay, just because you like traveling, that's the reason, or this overall the life after retirement.
As I said, once I realized that my career was not growing at the pace that I would have liked to, I said then if it is just a paycheck, then I can do something different with my time. I I may seem like vegetating to vast majority of people. Like, what am I doing? I'm just like sitting home and spending 2 hours reading two newspapers or going on a 2 3 hour long walk. I love talking to people. I pick up a phone and just like have an hour long conversation with my friend or with my family member. But I'm doing it because I want to do it, because I like doing it.
So apart from traveling, what else do you do?
Oh, I am a curious soul, and as you can see from my shirt, I'm wearing it with great pride. This is from my fire department, 51, the Pennington Fire Company. Uh, I ventured into my local fire department, took a tour of the firehouse, learned that it is a 100% volunteer company, and I joined the fire department. After 2 months, they saw that I am there seriously. They gave me the idea that I should go to the fire academy, sponsored me. So I went to fire school, one full semester worth of fire training, and I am today a certified firefighter. So I have done that. I put my name on the ballot and was elected as the fire commissioner for my township in New Jersey. Um, I was the president of India Foundation for many years and took care of that. I do financial mentoring and educational seminars on that. All those kind of things. Uh, at one point, I was like really passionate about rooftop solar. I became solar evangelist, helped many families go solar. So anything and everything under the sun. I don't limit myself to anything.
So it's like 24 hours is still less for you.
Uh, I will not see it that way. I always say I have enough time if I want to do something.
So
It's
how
all
do you,
about prioritization. I never say that I'm too busy for something. I just say that that's not my priority right now.
so okay, were your kids and wife happy when you retired early, or it was something shocking to them?
It was never shocking to my immediate family members. They saw it coming for many years because I had always been talking about it. There had always been a concern in my immediate family, also from my siblings and the surroundings, that how will the life be after I exit the workforce, after I start having those 12 hours free, quote unquote. How will my marital life be impacted? How will the kids be with me being around so much more? And I'll say that's not for me to comment on. For that, you need to talk to them. Are they traumatized? Are they going for some counseling? Are they happy? In my opinion, things are on an even keel and things are going good. But if there is something that I don't know, then I don't know.
Okay, that sounds good. So, one last question for someone listening to this podcast and they are dreaming of retiring early. So, what are the insights or what are the tips you would like to give to them?
Thank you for asking that question, and I'll say that's the most important question for this conversation. I will say define your retirement. Don't look at me and then try to emulate anything that I'm doing. You are your own individual with your experiences, your style of living. So you need to first of all talk to yourself and ask yourself if you have all the money that the world has, what do you want to do? That is the first and the foremost question. People always make money the first priority and keep thinking of that only. I say turn it upside down. Imagine money is not any limitation. Howsoever amount of money you need, you will get it. Now what? Answer that question first. Once you find that answer, we can talk of the money. Money is the easiest thing to talk about and to take care of.
This is the biggest issue when people think of retirement because we always think of the money. Once I retire, how am I going to live comfortably? I need to have some passive income, or I need to have a lot of money in my 401k or in my bank statement. So this money is the thing for everyone, but for you, I feel that money is the last thing. So this is a little bit different. So if someone is really thinking of retirement, someone has some X amount of dollars. So if they think they cannot retire, but so what else they can do so they can retire early?
I may be giving the impression that money is not important. That's not what I mean to say. Money is everything till you have enough.
Okay.
And after that, money becomes nothing because you have enough. And then again, enough is English. You need to translate that into a number. As long as you will keep thinking about enough, you will keep chasing an invisible goal. Come to a number. I need this number and fix it. Don't don't chase a moving target. That's step number 1. Step number 2, which is actually step 0. Find out what you will do with your time. Because if you will say, like, let me first have enough money, then I will think of what I do with my life, then you will be always behind the 8 ball. Have some passion, have some hobby, and nurture it. Don't wait to live your life. Live it every day on a continuous basis. If you want to only talk of money, I will say just come to a number. Rest everything will fall in place after that.
Okay, got it. I guess that my listeners would definitely learn from this podcast. I wanted to continue, but I know we have a limited time and there are a lot of other topics I would like to discuss with you maybe in the next seminar, next podcast, I would say. So, Amrish, thanks a lot. Thanks for joining my show, and definitely will come up with another podcast with you because I know you have a lot of different topics what my listeners can really learn from.
Thank you, Arun, for inviting me. And thank you, everyone, for watching this. Like it, share it, and give us your feedback.